Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and boy do I have a good one for you guys today. This has got to be one of my all-time favorite videos that I've ever made for the channel, and you probably guessed it by the title and thumbnail. This is the Acid Spray Only Challenge. So the rules: we are in the Great League, we are battling in the Open Great League, so against other players, not against like people I know or anything like that. And I can only use Pokemon that have the charge move Acid Spray, and I can only use the charge move Acid Spray. Every other charge move is banned. My goal is to try and get a win with this team and to see if it's even possible, and if so, how many wins can I get? So we'll have to find that out. So first off, I do want to meet the brave contenders. To start, we have Scrafty, also known as Shrady's boy. Scrafty. I have never run a Scrafty before, coming in with the fast move of Counter and the charge move of, you guessed it, Acid Spray. We have Scrafty. Next, as our safe swap and Azumarill counter, we have Tentacruel running Poison Jab as the fast move and Acid Spray as the charge move. And finally, our closer, the only Pokemon that gives us a chance of winning anything, Shadow Victory Bell with Razor Leaf as the fast move and Acid Spray as the charge move. This Victory Bell also does have Leaf Blade, but for the sake of the challenge, I cannot use Leaf Blade. So those are our three Pokemon, and you might be thinking to yourself, Home Slice, seems like you might be a little weak to flying types. Well, Battler, you are right. I have no flying type coverage. My best counter to flying types is Scrafty, which is a fighting type. The only chance is if the flyer they have is a Skarmory, then I can at least do neutral to it. If it's like an Altaria or something like that, it's kind of just a loss. You might also be asking, Home Slice, but what if they have an Alolan Marowak? Well, Battler, I lose is what happens. So yeah, it's definitely a very flawed team, but hey, I wanted to try it out and see if it works. So without further ado, enough chit chat, we'll hop into these battles. Alright, so we're hopping into game number 1, and this was the second battle that I did on the live stream. I'm not obviously showing every battle because quite a lot of them didn't go great. We get an Abomasnow lead. This is actually really good for us because we'll be doing super effective damage with Counter, and Acid Spray should be hitting for super effective as well. We're going straight for the Acid Spray from Scrafty, and we're hoping this does land. It does, which does quite a bit of nice damage. We're going to let this go because we do typically want to save shields for other Pokemon. Weather Ball comes through. They go back to back on the Weather Balls. We let that go. They quick swap into Azumarill, and we are able to counter with Tentacruel. Why I love Tentacruel in this position is Tentacruel can beat Azumarill, and it doesn't have to shield. Basically, it can even win a 2 shield versus 0 shield like disadvantage. Hydro Pump connects, and we're going for another Acid Spray. Nice thing is that these Acid Sprays are hitting for super effective, so that actually does a nice chunk and takes out the Azumarill. They come back in with the Abomasnow, and we're actually able to farm it down. And they quit! What? Who quits on a triple Acid Spray team? Hey, but we'll take it. So we do win a game. It's possible. I didn't think it was possible, but we got that win early in the stream, and I was like, holy crap, now we got to see how many. Hopping into game number 2, Scrafty versus Azumarill. This is a bad lead. Part of why I structured the team the way I did is we're weak to Azu up front, but we have 2 Azumarill counters in the back. So my goal is to safe swap Tentacruel to draw out their Steel type, which we do, well, their Steel type or their Psychic type. And then we're able to kill that with Scrafty, and then hopefully Victory Bell can sweep in the back. This is one advantage to using a spicier pick. My opponent does not know what charge move to use. He's throwing Rock Slides, whereas an Earthquake would be super effective. So that can be one advantage to using a less used Pokemon or a spicier pick. We actually get a shield there, which is phenomenal because we're just Acid Spraying. And look at that counter damage. Oh my goodness, those counters are just chunking away because of those double Acid Sprays. Doing a ton of damage here, and we go for an Acid Spray purely just because this should hopefully take it out, which it does, which is fantastic. They're going to come back in with the Azumarill, and they actually bring in a Shadow Machamp, so we are going to be able to take this game because we can shield once, farm Shadow Machamp the whole way down, and since we have another shield, we can shield the Azumarill and farm that down as well. So we are actually going to be able to take a second win with the Acid Spray team. Oh my goodness. And I believe these were in the same set. So we actually went 2 and 3 in our first set with Acid Spray only. So off to a phenomenal start. Unfortunately, next set we definitely 0-5'd, I'll be honest. This is not an easy team to win with. So as you can see there, at this point I was checking fast moves. I was like, man, does Scrafty have a better fast move? Answer is no. Counter's the way to go. Hopping into this next game against Ben's Got Games. He has no idea what's about to happen to him. Lead Shadow Champ into Scrafty. This is a bad lead for us. I count to 4 and I switch into Tentacruel, and we are able to catch the Cross Chop, which is huge. Cross Chop is going to be resisted, which is great. And they bring in a Bastiodon. So we were able to bait out the Steel with Tentacruel, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, we don't have Hydro Pump to punish it, but we can just Acid Spray it to make Scrafty's life easier. They're going for a charge move here. Bastiodon's attack stat is so low that the Stone doesn't KO, but they are able to farm us down. We're coming right back in with Scrafty, and we're going for that second Acid Spray. Now the Bastiodon's defense will be 4 times like debuffed. As you can see, those counters are doing so much damage, and we can actually no shield this and Flamethrower because we can take out the Bastiodon, and they bring in an Azumarill. Oh, this team loves seeing a Shadow Machamp Azumarill core. They bring back the Azumarill. We have 2 shields, and from here all we have to do is just shield once and we'll be able to farm down and take the win. So this is one of those rare, beautiful moments in time where the team works as intended. There's no flyer. We're just able to bait out the Steel and take it from there. So good games to my opponent. We are able to get our 3rd Acid Spray win. So, oh my goodness. But there is going to be quite a few flyers. So it's going to be the question as to how to handle them coming up. So we're hopping into the next game we're featuring here. And that's against Little My 5-5. So we lead a Scrafty into a Sunny Cherum. So an interesting choice there for sure. And they quick swap into a Azumarill. We counter swap to Tentacruel. Just because, as I mentioned, I like swapping Tentacruel here rather than Vic, because that way I don't have to burn any shields on Tentacruel and I can take out the Azumarill if they say swap Azumarill. I'm going for the Acid Spray. Acid Spray does connect. Super effective, and we're just going to be able to Poison Jab down here. Another charge move coming through. We can confidently no shield this. Just another Play Rough, which is resisted, and we are actually able to Poison Jab down, which is huge because now we're going to be able to Acid Spray whatever comes back in, and the Cherum does come back in, and we're able to land the Acid Spray, and they do shield it, which is fantastic, and they go into a Skarmory. So at this point we're like, oh no. But they're switch locked into that Skarmory. They can't leave. So we immediately switch into our Scrafty, and we go for another Acid Spray because we had saved energy on the Scrafty. So now that Skarmory has 4 times debuff defense, so we can kind of keep pace with it. Even though we're doing neutral and it's doing super effective, since its defense is really low, we are able to do quite a bit of counter damage here. They go for the charge move. We are going to shield this up, which is perfect, and we're trying to counter down. We are able to counter down. Cherum comes back in. Unfortunately, lag kills us there. Either that or it was CMP, I'm not sure. But I was tapping that charge move, it froze, then we couldn't do anything. We come in with the Shadow Vic. They're going for the Weather Ball. This is going to do quite a bit of damage, but won't KO us. And we're just chunking away here, doing quite a bit of damage. They get off the charge move, and it's going to be a race. Can we farm them down with Tentacruel? And we tie. So close, but unfortunately not getting off that Acid Spray from Scrafty ended up costing us there, which is really unfortunate. But alright, so we are hopping into the next game here. I had lost quite a bit, so I'm taking a look at, maybe I should switch the order, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Nah, we're keeping everything just the way we have it. We're keeping it as is. Team Spray and Pray. Hopping back in against Hot Fell Wolf. Lead Scrafty into Swampert. So this is not a fabulous lead for us. We're just building up some extra energy. And we swap into Tentacruel to catch the charge move, hoping it's not Earthquake. Most people run Sludge Wave, and it's a Hydro Cannon, so that works for us. And we bait out the Steel. Skarmory comes out. Skarmory is the one flyer that this team can kind of handle due to Scrafty if you can get off your Acid Sprays. We got one Acid Spray off, and they get off a Charge move, which is perfect. This Charge move should come close to taking us out, and then they're just going to be able to Air Slash down. We come back in with Scrafty, we have that Acid Spray loaded, so now the defense is 4 times debuffed. And this is basically our strategy for taking out Skarmory. Debuff the defense with 2 Acid Sprays and then just counter down, because Shadow Victory Bell does not want to see this Skarmory. Building up a ton of energy here, and we get greedy and try and farm down, and we just can't, unfortunately, but I know I need to save the shield for Victory Bell. Sky Attack comes through, we come in with the Victory Bell, we're able to Razor Leaf down the Skarmory. He comes in with a Azumarill, and at this point, he just has waters left, so it's over, basically. We're able to shield up the Ice Beam from Azumarill. Oh, it's actually a Play Rough there. They quick swap out. We're able to farm down the Swampert, and we're able to farm down the Azumarill as well, and they concede the match. So good game. Another win with the Acid Spray team. I didn't even think this was possible. So the fact that we're at 4 wins right now, mind-blowing. All right, hopping into the final game we're showcasing here against Fuerza Eterna. This was the last game of the live stream. Leading Scrafty into Azumarill. Terrible lead. We save swap Tentacruel. We're building up a ton of energy. They bring in an Alolan Marowak. We go for the Acid Spray on the Alolan Marowak. They shield it. And they quit. What? I don't have words. I don't understand what happened there. But I am eternally grateful. You can say paid actor all you want. Come get your check. The checkbook is open. Anyways, I had an absolute blast making this video. I set out to do the impossible, win with only using Acid Spray, and we managed to win 5 times and actually get a tie as well, so it's possible. And yeah, all in all, just thank you to everyone who stopped by the live stream. I had a ton of fun. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, definitely hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh snap, did we? 151! Thank you, everybody. Oh my goodness. Guys. Holy. Also, I have some Azumarills to power up.
You gotta power them up 2 times.
We got 2 new subscribers. Her phone's on the mirroring software, so I'll just hold it up to the camera here real quick. So we have, can they see that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Azumarill, powered up twice. Waste Home Slice's Dust 2020, baby.